Hello and welcome back, and we have a special guest with us today as well. But we've got a caller straight away, so we'll speak to the caller first and then I'll continue asking my questions to Mr. Sinha. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think maybe the lines got disconnected. And, we were speaking before the break, about properties and how a good investment India is and real estate is in India. But being in the UK and with the recent events that have happened in the world, you've seen people in America being bankrupt overnight. Basically their houses have been worth nothing. They've taken out big loans to buy an expensive house, and all of a sudden the property value has just fallen down, completely gone down. Even in the UK, you see that people have made really big investments and now they can't sell their houses. Yes. I've actually seen people, trying to split their houses into two and have like different units just in order to sell them or rent them out room by room. But because the property value is just falling, it's not rising. What if something like that happens in India? Because the economy is falling at the moment, the world's a shambles, it is all falling apart. So what if something like that happens in India? What is our safety net then?
Actually, India is not a speculative place in general. Indians are not speculative by nature. And if you see our stock market, very few Indians actually take part in it.
Okay.
So India believes in, keeping things in the bank. It believes in keeping things in gold, in property. So that itself, there's a lot of inertia there. So India doesn't move with the world.
Okay.
We are a pretty insulated economy, and we are, our exports are not, we're not that much linked to the world economy. Everyone knows about Indians, the IT sector and all that, but that is not that much of a GDP. So India is pretty self-sustaining, and we are developing, and we are developing infrastructure for the first time.
Okay.
Since a long time, a few 100 years in fact. So now India has decided to build roads, airports, infrastructure. Our telecommunications are fantastic. So India is being built, and if you see the budget for these things, these are very, very large figures. They're trillions of dollars over the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So all this is being built, and all this is adding value to property. It's
adding value. Yeah. Okay, we'll speak about this a bit later. We've got a caller with us right now. Hello.
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 Hello, ma'am. Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri Akal जी, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜੀ?
ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਘਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੁਝ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ, ਕਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ?
ਓਕੇ, ਅੱਛਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ 2 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਨੂੰ 2 ਵਜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆਊਗਾ। ਓਕੇ ਜੀ। ਤੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ, how, what we were speaking about before, that you're saying that India is a safe investment, because that's what the worst thing
because
is, what the economy collapses.
Our income, our economy is linked to India itself.
Okay.
We are not dependent on the world recession, really.
Right.
We are very much insulated. So that's one reason why there's not too much of there's no recession in our property market actually.
Yeah.
I've never seen a recession. I've seen going up, then going into a little plateau.
Okay.
That's about it. But there is one bubble which I must warn about, and which is again the big builders, because they are charging too much of money. And so when you overcharge for something, then automatically you're putting brakes on any growth for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So there is a bubble in big builder projects.
Okay. So once again, you recommend the small,
this is why
projects.
This package has been worked out for this.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing what's happening and how people's money is stuck there. So that is a bubble.
But India's economy overall is doing well, or is quite sluggish at the moment?
We are supposed to be growing at 8%, but we are doing 6.5. And there is a kind of a policy paralysis. And even our political situation is very murky right now, and the Congress government is not doing so well. It's lost major elections in the by-elections and the state elections. Sonia Gandhi has lost in her own constituency, Raebareli. So that was quite a shock. So India's political will to implement reforms. The world looks at India and says we don't do reforms. So they take a very superficial view of India in that sense. But India is a self-sustaining economy.
Okay.
and because of that, it keeps working.
Mm.
It's very difficult to shake it from, you can't take it too high like China.
Okay.
You can't take it too low.
So it will
It'll
keep
go
going.
at 5, 6%, 7%. Sometimes it'll be 8, sometimes it'll be 5.5. But that's the range we expect.
So land and property in India, we can say it's a safe bet.
It is the safe bet. The share market is not. Because of this policy paralysis, the industrial growth is suffering. But the real estate is the safe bet.
Okay, and say if we wanted to say invest in land, in India today, and you're saying that the growth would be quite good and it would be quite positive for us. But say if we wanted to just buy land and not build on it.
Okay. That is a very good option.
Okay?
That is very good option. Because the real appreciation is in the plot price.
Okay. So
So
that
if
would
you
be
buy
good.
land-
So if you haven't got much of a budget now, because I'm just thinking about the people in the UK, where money is scarce anyway, and you have not got a big investment, but you've got a small investment.
But
so I was thinking, where would you put your small investment?
Interesting thing is that the pound is very strong. So your £1 goes a long way, 85 or whatever the rate is today. So you can buy a lot of rupees for a pound.
Okay.
So actually, so if you take money from here and invest in India, you'll get high returns.
Okay. So what would you say, like an average size of a plot would be a good plot?
You should go for 300 square yards plot, a minimum of 250 square yards.
Okay.
300 square yards would give you 3 floors of about 3 bedrooms each.
Okay.
So actually even 3, this is one more thing interesting, that 3 people can club in together and do 3 floors together, and after it's ready, then each floor would be given to each investor as a separate investment.
So say
which you can rent out or you
friends
can sell.
wanted to get together.
Yeah, friends can get together and do this.
And you can do that.
It's a
And
perfect
then
option.
you can, would you arrange all the paperwork so that
Yeah, we would do
everything
that.
is
We
in
would,
their
we would
name?
do that. That's what we are doing. We don't want to leave loose ends, and we work in a kind of a network. We are not into advertising ourselves.
Yeah.
This is a relationship based on trust, and if I do something for someone, he's my ambassador for the next one. So we don't want to get into a situation where someone feels let down. So
and if somebody coming to you, say minimum of three people coming together, like maybe 3 friends, and they think, okay, this is what we want to do. But say if there's a few more people that want to come together.
The maximum person that can be clubbed together is 3 in a plot, small plot.
Okay.
Because you can legally split it into 3 portions.
Sure.
Supposing there are 6 people, so we can do 2 plots.
Okay.
That way.
And say if somebody wanted to make a big investment, because there's just these things coming to my mind now, that say if somebody was thinking of opening up maybe a hotel, on by themselves they probably can't afford it, but say if it was a group of friends together or maybe a few family members together, then they could afford it.
That's easily possible. And what you can also do is, there are a lot of Indian hoteliers who are building hotels. They are looking for equity partnership.
Okay.
So you can become an equity partner in that hotel.
So would you handle all the paperwork, or would you handle?
Yeah, we would do that.
Yeah.
We would.
And what sort of investment are we looking at, for example?
What sort of investment? Well, the prices of plots vary from 50,000 rupees a square yard in Panchkula to about 1.25 lakh rupees in Gurgaon and the best places.
Sure.
So we're talking about if you do an average of 1 lakh rupees a square yard, then you're talking about an investment of about 4 crore rupees. One will have to convert. So if 3 people get together, so you're spending for about 4 crores. So each one is spending about 1.35 crores, and that you'll get a 3-bedroom, nice, well spread out 3-bedroom floor.
And it can even be rented out as well.
It can be rented out. Of course, we'll help with that also.
Definitely.
And we can do it up like a guest house. So that we get a very good rental on it. And as I mentioned, that a lot of businesses moved into Gurgaon. A lot of the Fortune 200 companies are there. So they're looking for good places.
Exactly. So it'll be a good investment. If
and,
a group
it's a
of
managed
people
property. It's a managed property.
Yeah. So you can arrange that. So for a group of people to want to do something together. Now also we were talking earlier about just buying a plot of land, because I'm just thinking about all different budgets that people have. Say if they've got a budget for a plot of land, and say if a few people wanted to get together and maybe get a hotel or something like that, sometimes when you buy land, you don't know what you can build on it or what you can't build in it. What are the permissions? Because in the UK, you have certain, like a branding of properties. But is there a law like that in India
there is
as
a
well?
law like that here. We call it land use.
Okay.
Which means that if you buy a plot in a city or in a city area,
Yeah.
which is under a master plan, so the land use will be specified with the plot.
Okay.
So if you buy a plot, you know whether it's for residential or whether it's for commercial or for whatever land use or industrial. So you know that. So it's not that you can build anything. And you're also given the amount of area that you can build. It's fixed.
Okay, okay. So you can only stick to that because there's a lot of charities in the UK, and you know they're thinking, okay, we want to have a base in India as well.
Yeah.
So, like for example, someone wants to build an ashram, something like that, or a mandir.
Or
a lot of people,
home.
you know, and you can, or retirement home even. Like you know, you want to help out because a lot of NRIs, you know, they've come from there. So you know that's where your heart is. You can't detach the body from the soul, from the heart.
Absolutely.
You know, and you want to give back to your community or to your country. So with that, what are the laws? Like are there separate
typically,
laws?
you first must decide which city you want to do this in. Once you decide that, then there is a master plan.
Okay.
So supposing you want to do, let's say, retirement home.
Yeah.
Then you can actually go to the government and ask them that we want to do a retirement home, which sectors are marked for that, which area, which plot is marked for that.
Okay.
If you want to do an institution, like a lot of people do hotel management institutions, people are doing medical colleges, they're doing engineering colleges. So all that, you can, that's sort of marked on a map.
So even schools, because there's so many, and I'm not just talking about the cities, now I'm talking about the villages as well. Because you know, a lot of people, they want to help their country again.
The laws in the villages are very different and much easier.
Okay, so you can build a school or anything like that very easily.
The law in the village is far simpler. There are hardly any laws there.
Okay.
I'm talking about urban areas. Urban areas have got very specific laws.
Okay.
But in the villages, if you want to do it, it's not difficult at all.
And even in the cities, if you wanted to do it, there are allocated places already.
There are allocated places.
Okay.
And supposing you already own a piece of land, then you can find out what thing can you build on it. And supposing you don't like it, you want to do something different. Then you have to make a project report and a proposal of what you want to do and why you want to do it.
Okay, we'll speak about this a lot more because it's getting very interesting now. But we've got a caller with us, so we'll speak to them as well. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi there. I just wanted to find out. The gentleman is saying lots of things about he can do so many things, but he hasn't up till now given any of his charges. Can we find out the charges?
Yeah, there are some certain regulations which are Ofcom regulations, and that's why we're not allowed to discuss charges on air. But very shortly, his feedback details will come on screen. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, you'll be able to speak to him.
And the second thing is that the lady is talking far too much. He's not allowing the gentleman to answer the full question. So I would really
I do my best.
He allows the gentleman to talk rather than bombarding him with so many questions. Thank you.
Sure, thank you very much.
We will do one more program then.
I think we need to do another program. But you know, as ladies, like we're just like born to talk. God's made us this way.
No, actually, I can understand what's happening because there are so many doubts in people's minds here. And I as an Indian, I feel a little sorry that there's so much misconception here. And I'm trying to help to dispel that. So I can understand why you're asking me these questions.
Yeah, and I hope I'm not putting you in an awkward situation, like I'm not asking you any difficult questions or thinking, oh, please stop asking me this one, you know. But it's important because people need to know because they want to. Like, for example, I was asking you about, you know, the retirement home, you know. And even in cities, say if somebody wanted to build a retirement home, at least now we know that, yes, there are allocated areas for this. But you can